of Sticks-n-Stonez. Elrod coming to you from the cozy confines here on the patio at the No Shoes Bar and Grill in a much more pleasant Texas. They finally turned the heater off. We are below 100, looks like from here on out until next summer. So it is beautiful today. I am loving it out here on the patio. I have a great show lined up for you today. I am pairing an Oliva Master Blend 3 with St. Remy XO French Brandy. I think it's going to be a great matchup, so right after this we are going to pop the cork, cut the stick, and get to toasting. Now, the Oliva Master Blend 3, every year the Oliva family cultivates a small amount of very fine tobacco to create a rare one-time run of super premium cigars. Now, this blend is based solely on the leaves that are harvested, so that can create an entirely new cigar from year to year. It is manufactured at the Tabacalera Oliva de Nicaragua. The filler is Nicaraguan, the binder is Nicaraguan Habano, and the wrapper is a rather dark, compared to what you're used to, Connecticut broadleaf. This particular Vitola is a Robusto 5x50 on the ring gauge. Now, visually, it does have a very, very slight oil sheen to it, but not much, and it really has the feel of almost like a paper bag, the old grocery sacks. It is a dark espresso brown. The wrapper is smooth, and I mean, I can pick up a seam on one part, but it's very tight, and on a lot of the cigars, not even visible, and it's a very, very minimal veining. Now, on the nose, I get this kind of a strong, earthy scent with some barnyard, a little cedar, some leather, and just a touch of black pepper. Now, let's give this cigar a cut. One thing I did notice on this particular cigar, it's not a box press with rounded corners. For those of you that are watching live, no, that is an oval. That is a complete oval shape. Very interesting. I am using my C-Car V-Cutter, which is what I generally use. V-Cut just happens to be my favorite cut. Now, on the cold draw, it is a little bit of a tight draw. I mean, I think it's going to be okay. We'll see how it goes. But I do pick up notes of earth and wood, and again, kind of like on the nose, there's a touch of black pepper, but then there's also this kind of raisiny sweetness. Now, St. Remy XO French Brandy, it comes from the St. Remy distillery that was established in 1886 by, and I do not speak French, German and some Spanish and mostly redneck English, Paul Emile Remy Martin II. He established the distillery in the tiny village of Machoul, M-A-C-H-E-C-O-U-L, Machoul. And after 30 years of experimenting, he was definitely dedicated. He finally released his fine St. Remy in 1917, right at the height of World War I. Okay, the French brandy, which now defines the St. Remy style and character, he began to export it outside of France into other parts of Europe in the 1920s, and then it made its way across the pond into Canada about 50 years later. Today, St. Remy bills itself as the world's #1 French brandy. It is a 40% alcohol by volume, which makes it 80 proof. Now, it is composed of grapes from several of the grape growing regions around France. Burgundy, Champagne, the Rhone Valley, Languedoc-Roussillon, the Loire Valley, Bordeaux, and Beaujolais. You notice there is none from the Cognac region. Cognac is separate from brandy. Cognac is made with grapes only from the Cognac region. Now, this is aged at least 6 years to qualify as XO. So let's go ahead and glass some up. Let's give us a nice generous pour. I may have to do this with my little finger stuck in the air. I feel like we are being, very affluent today. First, the color. Since I have those of you that are watching on Instagram, that is just a very beautiful, beautiful kind of copper, light bronzy color. It does have a very good cling in the glass. On the nose, I get oak and caramel, some toffee, quite a bit of vanilla, something along the lines of an orange marmalade, and it would have to be like the marmalade as opposed to jelly or jam, something a little more rich. And then just a hint of raisin in the background. Now on the palate, you can definitely tell you are not drinking whiskey, Scotch, bourbon, Texas, Tennessee. There is no alcohol burn in the nose. There is no alcohol burn in your mouth. It is all just rich flavor. And I get oak and caramel. Hints of toffee. And as in the nose, there's quite a bit of vanilla on the palate. And again, also, there's a little bit of like a raisiny sweetness. That's got it's hard to describe, a little more dried flavor. You can eat a raisin made out of a particular kind of grape and eat the grape. They do kind of taste alike, but there's just a difference after you've dried that grape into a raisin. Give it a try. You'll see what I mean. And the finish, again, is nothing like what you would find in any kind of a whiskey spirit. There's just a very, very light hint of kind of a spicy burn at the back of your tongue, but it is almost not there. It's kind of a medium length finish. You get wood, but I really feel like I'm getting more caramel and maybe a little bit of chocolate as opposed to being just really wood forward. I know I'm a country boy, but I like it. I think it's really good. Maybe I can do it, the way it's supposed to be done. All right, let's get on to the pairing. Let's fire up our stick. I'm using my Rocky Patel Envoy. The Envoy is no longer available on Amazon, but they do have another one that is a 5-torch, like the Envoy. I think it's a little slimmer profile. You can go to our Amazon store, go to the cigar and pipe ideas, and you'll see it. I think it's the first thing in the list. Right away, you're met with copious amounts of smoke. Like I said, there's really great smoke production. I get a little bit of chocolate, some espresso, kind of a malty creaminess, and a little bit of molasses. And then on the Retro Inhale, there was a little bit more molasses there, but mixed in with some black pepper. It's a really good cigar, and it's oval. And right there on that draw, I got a little bit of earthiness too. Let's try them together. This match really goes pretty well together. They are really very complementary of one another. The caramel, the toffee, and the vanilla raisins are marrying well with the kind of chocolate and maltiness and molasses. The oak and espresso, there's a little bit of black pepper in both. And that just provides just a little bit of zing because you don't want it to be too bland. You want a little pizzazz, and it's just kind of right there underneath, just enough, not too much. That is delicious. All right, I'm going to go ahead and burn this down to the halfway mark, in which time I will come back and give the podcast audio side an update. Those of you on video, you'll have to wait until the podcast comes out, a couple of days of post-production, and then you'll get to hear the final results. And don't forget, I'm now an affiliate marketer for both Cigars International and Total Wine, so there will be links in the description of the podcast to both the stick and the spirit. If you're sitting there listening to me, all you have to do is click on the link and it'll take you right to it. Can't get any easier than that. So I will be back right after this. For those of you listening in, for those of you that are on video, keep your sticks dry, your stones cold, and have a great day. Hey, Stoners, I am back. Here at the half, the stick is offering some leather and kind of a creamy chocolate and some coffee, and it has mellowed just a bit. The St. Remy XO is going wonderfully with this particular stick. I don't know that I could have really done much better. Not to try and pat myself on the back or anything, but these two are, I mean, just really melding well. The espresso and the maltiness and the chocolate. There's lots of vanilla and toffee and caramel coming in from different directions. It is just a wonderful experience, and I am hoping it is going to continue on. We will see. I am going to go ahead and burn this down to the band, and I will come back and give you my final thoughts. Hey, Stoners, I am down to the band, and the glass is unfortunately empty. The palate elements of creaminess and chocolate and coffee, caramel, toffee, vanilla, they all stayed consistent through the last half. And man, it really created an enjoyable experience. I would have to give this stick, the Oliva Master Blends 3, 95 matchsticks, and it was an exceptionally good cigar, and I would just highly recommend it. There will be a link in the podcast description to this stick at Cigars International, so you can get on there and buy one or buy a box for yourself. I actually got this in a 10-pack sampler of Oliva. It gave me 2 of these, so I had a test smoke, and this one, had to make sure I got this one right, because if anything went wrong, I was screwed. But it was a very good cigar. And the spirit, and it was equally as good. I'm not a big brandy person, so I don't know a whole lot about it. I mean, I know when I taste it, I know the different flavors, and I know what I like, or the different, palate elements, but I'm not like a connoisseur of brandy. But I would give this a 90 Whiskey Stones. I think you should go try it as well. The XO stands for extra old, like me. I guess I'm kind of like a fine brandy. So I hope you have enjoyed this pairing as much as I have enjoyed bringing it to you. Please hit like, subscribe, share, notify, all those things, especially the share button. Share the snot out of it because I am growing. I am now on Twitter or X or whatever you want to call it, and I love it over there. I don't have to do nearly as much of the hoop jumping as I have to do in this place and the big the big FB conglomerate. So I'll leave it at that. But definitely tell your friends. We have a new website. It's Sticks-n-Stonez.com. That's not hard to remember. STICKS, little n, and STONEZ.com. All one word, all little letters. Sticks-n-Stonez.com. Or you can check my link tree in my bio. I've got links to all my different sites there. If you go to the website, you can play episodes from there. We have links to the Amazon store where you can find Sticks-n-Stonez merchandise. Man, I'd love to see some people sporting Sticks-n-Stonez gear on social media. That would just be awesome. There's also things there that have nothing to do with cigars and spirits. It's just my own creations that I come up with. So if you're looking for a gift for somebody and they're not into sticks and stones, whiskey and cigars, spirits and cigars, whatever, you can find stuff there. There's some Christmas themed stuff, some Halloween themed stuff, all kinds of stuff. So, and my Amazon store is even bigger than that. There's all kinds of stuff over there. I set up ideas, things that I find important, like I've got a health and wellness idea list. It's stuff that I actually use in going to the gym and my diet and all that kind of stuff as I'm getting older, Now, all of the spirits and the cigars, I am a affiliate marketer for Cigars International and Total Wine. So any of the links, I have to disclose that I am an affiliate marketer, and if you click on the link and make a purchase, then I can potentially get a commission. So, but I don't let anything interfere with my trying to be completely honest about what I'm tasting, what I'm smelling, what I'm feeling. So we still have the Redbubble store too, redbubble.com. It's Sticks-n-Stonez. I hope you have a great week. I again hope you enjoyed this episode. Until we get to be together again, keep your sticks dry, your stones cold, and have a great day.